travel photography. It's not about chasing the perfect shot. It's about experiencing a place through your lens. The sights, the sounds, the little moments you'd otherwise miss. And Valencia, well, this city makes it easy. From its stunning old town to the futuristic city of arts and sciences. There's inspiration everywhere. No pressure, no rules, just a camera and a reason to explore. That's what I love about travel photography. You don't need a plan. You don't need the best light. You just need to be out there, looking, soaking it all in. And sometimes the best shots aren't the grand landscapes. They're the little unexpected moments along the way. So let's take a walk through Valencia, camera in hand, and see what we can find. I had 3 days in Valencia, a city I know pretty well by now. And as always, it didn't disappoint. There's something about this place that just feels alive. The mix of old and new, the energy, the architecture, it's a photographer's dream. This time, I kept things simple. No heavy camera bag, no overcomplicated gear. Just my Nikon Z50 II, the kit 16 to 50mm lens, and my Sirui 24mm anamorphic for those cinematic shots. Travelling light meant I could focus on just enjoying photography rather than lugging around too much stuff. But of course I did forget one important thing, my dust blower. And let me tell you, that turned into a bit of a headache when I swapped lenses and spotted dust on my sensor. Lesson learned, never leave home without it. I kicked things off with a slow day by the beach. Sometimes when you're travelling with a camera, it's easy to get caught up in always trying to capture the perfect shot. But honestly, sometimes you just need to sit back, soak it all in and enjoy the atmosphere. Valencia's beach areas have such a different vibe compared to the rest of the city. Wide open spaces, long promenades, and the sound of waves rolling in. It was a nice change of pace, just unwinding, watching locals go about their day, and grabbing a few casual shots without overthinking it. Day 2 was all about the Turia Gardens, a massive park that stretches right through the city. It's actually a dried up riverbed that they turned into a green space, and now it's packed with runners, cyclists, and people just enjoying the fresh air. I spent the day wandering, taking my time with the camera, and eventually made my way to one of my absolute favourite parts of Valencia, the city of arts and sciences. This place is insane. The futuristic architecture, the reflections in the water, the way the light interacts with the buildings. It's like stepping into a sci-fi movie. This is where my anamorphic lens really came in handy. The wide cinematic look just makes these structures feel even more dramatic. I could probably spend an entire trip just shooting here, but I made sure to mix in a few handheld shots, some reflections, and just enjoyed playing with different compositions. And then, my final day was all about exploring the old town, a totally different side of the city. Wandering through these narrow streets, you find little hidden gems everywhere. Textured walls, street art, tiny courtyards that feel like you've stumbled into another time. It's one of those places where you don't really need a plan. Just walking around is an experience in itself. But the real highlight? The evening. My trip happened to coincide with Fallas Festival, and I wanted to capture the lights, the atmosphere, and that golden evening glow. This is where shooting handheld at night really pushes your gear. The Z50 II held up well, but with low light and changing conditions, it was all about finding the right balance between ISO and shutter speed. And of course, this is when my dust on the sensor issue came back to haunt me. Nothing worse than spotting a big ugly speck in your sky, just as you're framing a great shot. I did my best to clean it up in post, but yeah, note to self, always pack a dust blower. Looking back, this trip was exactly why I love travel photography. It's not just about the photos, it's about experiencing a place through your lens, slowing down and appreciating the details. Whether it's the beach, the architecture, or the festival atmosphere, Valencia has so much to offer. So yeah, that was my trip. If you've been to Valencia, let me know what your favourite spot was. And if you haven't, well, maybe this is your sign to go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Anyway, that's the end of the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed being there. I'm going to put a slideshow up. All the images were edited in Lightroom, and I used a plugin called Dehancer Pro, which is basically a film emulation pack. So I'm going to review that in a later video, but until then, enjoy the slideshow and I'll see you later. Cheers.